Gideon, you have left Elthrin, or I'm sorry, you and Elthrin arrive at a chapel, the same one that
If
you all were in previously.
if this is after the monastery, we did split up.
You did split up. Okay, Elthrin, you arrive alone at the monastery. Please move your token respectively to where you would like it. Midnight strikes. In the darker, dimly lit room of the synagogue of Kaelmorn, the Weeping Church, as you've known it to be called, Cyphus sits cross-legged, levitating, in the middle of this room. It's the same room that you were in earlier, where you were berated by the king and queen, and where you felt a divine presence. And as you approach, you see the automaton levitating in his eyes, fully glossed over with radiant light. My son, you have come back. Peace. May peace follow your steps like a cloud that follows the twin suns. Please. He kind of gestures for you to approach.
I'll go ahead and approach to the front of this pedestal here.
What is it that you wish to discuss?
I had mentioned previously that I wish to gain the truth of this world, and you spoke as if you had the answer. So thus I return. Truth of this world being, if there really is a right or a wrong in any view, the people, what they believe, what is right, who should lead, who shouldn't, why are we in this world like this?
Your questions, they bear and are founded on the significant trust that all things require reason and can be explained. Know this, my son. The Beat von Sindrion is what is good. The Beat von Sindrion is the truth. And you, my son, are aligned in that. Yes?
How do we know if that is the right or the wrong? How do we justify the means of what is wrong?
He looks to the ceiling, and as you look up with him, the paintings along the walls reveal a sketch of, crudely, I'll mind you, more abstract art of the cosmos, the suns, the galactical orbit of the stars and moons of Faldrin that shine bright, or once shone bright. And as he looks up, he says, "The ring in your hand, Celestium. The Exilus spire is crafted from this ornate metal, touched by the gods themselves. The Beat von Sindrion has deemed that metal, that ore, the beacon to the lost. You would agree that it is fruitful to guide the lost, would you not, Elthrin Vela?"
Guide them to the way that is right, not to that of unnecessary cause.
Our causes are necessary. The protection of the realm and its inhabitants are necessary. The need for higher powers and gods is and always will be necessary. You understand, Elthrin Fela?
Yes.
It would appear, how much of our history do you truly know, Elthrin?
Not as much as I wish. I'd like to know all of it. To know why we are where we are.
Interesting. Celestium is what guides this realm. Some say it is how the Forsworn are chosen. Some say that it fell from the sky and knighted the first Forsworn himself.
What gives them or that the right to know who is deemed to be that of the Forsworn? Why? Why place the burden on a mere mortal?
The gods deem it. And the gods have their ways. But it seems that some, in spite of the Beat von Sindrion's attempts, need to be shown rather than just believe. Come. And the automaton takes out their hand to guide you.
I'll follow their hand.
Can you be sworn to secrecy, Elthrin Fela?
I am one that seeks the truth. One that will do any means to find this truth. I do not like to lie. But if I must, in order to get the answers I seek, So be it.
Well, come with me. Cyphus takes your hand and guides you to the corner of this room right here. And as the steps lead upward, you're taken down a caravan and down deeper and deeper. And as the staircase goes from wood to stone, on the walls of this synagogue, of this church, you see tapestry and arcane light begin to animate, almost as if it's telling a story. And as he guides you down for what feels like an hour or so, you approach large marble stone doors, and on them are attached metallic bands of celestium. They are the size of walls, huge, 20, 30 feet in the sky. And he says, "It is here that we keep the heart of Faldrin and the Skylands stowed away." You must understand. And as he casts a sigil from his hand, he begins to cast a spell. And the spell opens the doors, and it begins to unlock levers and other types of machinery that has the gates enclosed, and with a loud, the doors kind of like gasp open. And he says, "But for some, seeing is believing." And as he presses open the doors with his autonomous hands, they swing. And from the below of deep within the weeping city of Kael'Morn, a massive creature lets out a loud scream. Chains wrap from neck and all of its four arms and legs hold it into place with these giant horns that stare at you from afar, chained up fully. Several of the religious leaders of the Beat von Sindrion kneel all around it, all of them in constant concentration, focused. And from its neck, a large tube leaks its radiant, arcanic blood that spills into this ore and out in droplets. Magical. And he says, "Baphomet, the god of the afterlife, is the provider of Celestia. And who are we to interrupt that process?" And as the living liquid of this being drips down, you see, like, urgently these like priests of the Beat von Sindrion go, and they take it out, and they like move it, and they blow on it, and then others come and they like begin to craft it, and like blacksmiths just like begin to like hammer away at at the material, and then they like blow on it, and then they like craft, and then they like push it off to the side where it gets dipped into these flames of like a burning heating pot, and they move that, and then they move it out, and they just like on repeat, and you hear again a loud roar from this being trying to get out, but is just fully contained. And he says, "So you see, the truth is sometimes much more grim than you wish to know, but it is all necessary. It is all the reason for the Beard Von Syndrion, for the faith."
Elthrin is very visibly shaking out of fear of what he is witnessing. I'll look back and say, "You deem this as necessary? What is this?"
This is the reason that you are graduating the Exilus Spire. This is the reason you can weave and cast magic. This is the beacon, and you will guide those to it. Or you will die.
I'll look back over at it. If you deem it necessary, allow me to do something, please, then.
He waves his hand.
I'm gonna walk up closer to it, trying to force myself to, despite every urge in me, to run as far away from this as I can. I get closer. I look up at it. Its face. How tall is it?
Probably like 30, 40 feet. Massive. Skyscraper size.
1 second, please. I'll make sure I do this right.
Okay. Bro's about to release Baphomet into the entire Kael Morn.
I gotta try. I just read it. I thought it was a different way, but I'm gonna try it. I'll look up at it. And from my pouch, they'll see me pull out a copper coin. I'm gonna spin it in my fingers. I'm gonna just throw it up towards the top of him. I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts on this creature.
Okay. Is that a save on my end?
It was 14 save. Unless you choose to accept it. The only thing I was reading and checking, though, is if the target doesn't know any languages and isn't telepathic, you learn nothing.
Plus 10, by the way.
If you wouldn't have rolled a 2, it would have still fucking been a 2, brother.
You feel deep into the lockings of this being's mind. You are fully able to grip the brain of this being.
As I feel that,
and you get its first coming wave of thoughts. Another priest beckoned to be fed. And as you probe deeper, you see more of its thoughts, which at this point are focused to you. Little wizard, so keen on the use of its abilities. At this point, it feels like it's talking to you. Tell me, with all the mind and power that you have, can you feel the pain too? Now you can't respond, but that is what you hear. And its final thought is, Faldrin will be ruled by the gods once more. A time is coming when the gods shall cast judgment on what has been taken. Detect that, wizard. With another loud Gretchen scream, it tries to break free, and they go, Cyphus says, "You must go now. You have disturbed it." And he kind of pulls your cloak out of the door, and you see the there's a giant swing of his hand from the chains, and like he picks up one of the priests. Screams is like, and then they like hurry you out, and like the doors close back. They like quickly lock it. Two more priests move out with Cyphus, and they like using their hands fully sheath it back behind the walls. And you, Elthrin, have just seen a god.
Just heard a god too. That was fucking crazy.